Good morning and welcome in, everyone. Before we get into this morning's update, I would like to go over a quick overview of what is transpiring across the crypto market, but also the news that is taking place here. This morning, right now, we can see the market's a little green. Bitcoin's back over 105,000. XRP's nearing the $3.10 mark. But we have some things outside of the chart we need to talk about. So today there appears to be a closed door meeting with the SEC. And now there's the Ripple case rumors that are being stirred. So we'll see what this is all about. We'll read through some of the information that's going on. And we also have to talk about the fact that Ripple co-founders sent over 100 million in XRP to exchanges in January. So we'll take a look at exactly what's going on with Chris Larsen's wallet. And then we'll take a look at the technical analysis first with XRP and see where we're sitting. My son's home from school today. He's been up since about 3:30 this morning with me, so been up for about 5 hours already. But he's not doing horrible. He does not have a fever or anything. He's just very congested, and it's that time of the year in Michigan when it goes hot to cold and then cold to hot, and unthawing and refreezing. So he's in good spirits, but he's staying home today. And there's he is in the background, so he's in good spirits. He just had been up for the last 5 hours. But we're gonna go through this. And then we'll do a little bit of reading. And then tonight in the live, we'll touch base more so on the news that we talk about today. So good morning. 8:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, January 30th, 2025. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So good morning, everybody. A lot of stuff to talk about. XRP right now is at the $3.10 mark. We're still trying to push out of this formation. We created, it looks like a nice little flag pattern that we tried to build out of. We've broken out of it so far. And now we continuously are making new consolidation. I'm going to delete this just so everybody can see. And if this played off of this in totality, we could have bounced out. We can see we had the slight turn down to the $2.91 as this was being built. And now we've bounced out of this. So that was kind of like a fake out to the downside. And if it plays true to the top side, we're looking at about $3.59 in the short term, and then $3.70 in totality for the push out of this consolidation. And then if you measure the distance of the actual move, it's up to $4.43. But that is the short-term consolidation. We also have the pennant flag that broke out, and that target suggests $5.39. But before that, we also have a breakout of the 7-year descending wedge, which that suggests $5.49. So we're right in that area of about $5.40 in totality. And right now, this looks to be a bullish consolidation. Look like some massive fake outs were going on. But until this absolutely breaks down, we have to look at it as a bullish consolidation because the patterns that came off of were bullish, but it doesn't mean it's going to break out. If we don't break out past in real time, let's see where this is at now. I'm going to get rid of this so it's not in the way. But in real time, this is at $3.24. No, a little bit lower. I don't know, though. I think it's more like this. I think this is what we were talking about before. Yeah. It should be farther down here, I think. Because if you're looking at this channel, I think it's best looking if you look at it like this, because we've actually held multiple parts of this touch on the channel. I would say like that. That's why I targeted that $3.19. So actually it's like $3.16 in real time. I don't mind that because you can see it hits the resistance several times. You could even say it's more like this if you want, but I don't think it's as relevant right here. Now, we have discussed in this pattern too that if you take it from something like this and then you come across, you could see something like this as well. We've talked about this since the beginning. It's just we're having a hard time distinguishing exactly what this pattern was trying to do. Now, is it some kind of a channel? Or is it some kind of a pattern like this that it had an overzealous breakdown and it's actually more like this? You know, that's the hard part of distinguishing this pattern. But I'd have no problem looking at it in either regard, to be honest with you. I actually don't mind looking at it like this. It's just, that's basically how it's cut through now. It's basically cut through like this. You could even, for all intents and purposes, say more like this, and that little pull down on that V-shaped recovery was just that. It's just a overzealous tug down of liquidity. And you could honestly say that too. So like, we're looking for a substantial breakout here if we can get over the $3.16 mark. Almost $3.17. But if we can get over that, I mean, no matter how you look at this, whether you're looking at it like that, like lower highs and higher lows, even though we created a lower low, it pulled right back up. So now you start looking, was that just a wick pull down to support to fill the fair value gap? And now we're off to the races. Like, that's something we can seriously consider here. Like, we can really consider this now. So that's something that we're going to have to consider. And I think it's a pretty interesting way to look at XRP's chart this morning. So just consider that while we're looking. And we'll maintain transparency here with XRP. Bitcoin right around the 105K mark. I don't think this is a surprise. We've broken out. And we talked yesterday when we were inside of this short-term consolidation on this cup and handle. If we break out of the handle and we hold, we're bullish until the first target's 114,000. Now we need to hold 104,300. But first target would be 114K. Would be bullish up until now. 108,000 we have to break over. That's the cup and handle. That's why that yellow line is there. Once you break over the cup resistance and then the handle forms perfectly, that's once you get over 108, then you'd have the target up to 122. We've had that target since the beginning. It's just I modified it so that you could see the target out of the cup and handle when we were live last night, so you guys could see it in real time. I made it quite interesting during the live. We had a 2-hour live yesterday because of the FOMC meeting. It was pretty interesting. And I seen it's got over 3,000 views, so I'm happy to see that it's gotten the views and that some of you weren't put off by the amount of time that you'd have to sit there. But I'm excited that so many people are staying in tune, and it's a very interesting spot we're in. So it's not going to be easy. None of this is going to be easy, and it's going to take time. But as long as we understand the charts, we can't be fooled. And right now, we're on that point where now we've broken out of this in the last like 6 to 8 hours since our live last night. It's about 16 hours since that live started. No, about 17 hours now. No, 18. And now we've managed to work our way up in the pattern we were looking at. Now, is this a premature breakout and then it bounces back in? We talked about this yesterday, possible breach up and then back down, and then to continue this descending triangle. But if we break out of it and we hold, we're bullish up to 114,400 first layer and then ultimately 122,000 region. So that's what I'm looking for with the cryptocurrency right now. We'll talk about more about our broad scaling cryptos, but we're going to have to see what kind of consolidation we have this morning. Ethereum's up 4.2%, which is good to see. DGB's up about 3.6%. Some of ours are up randomly 2.5% for XLM. VeChain's doing pretty good, up 7.2%. Zo's up 3.4%. XDC 2.4%. DGB's up 3.6%. Doge is up 2.4%. IOTA and Algo are up better than 4%. Algo almost up 4.75%, which is great to see. Total crypto market cap up 2%. VELO up 4%. AMP looks like it's trying to build something here as well, although it's got to break back out of this descending this death cross it has in the shorter time frames. But it looks like it's trying to reverse course here. I think we've got that pattern pretty much set in stone. You could look at it like that, I suppose, in case it breaks down. But it does look like some kind of broadening wedge. So if it comes back up to the top, you'd be looking at that 009. It does have room to the bottom if you look at it in this regard, 0068. But it does look like it's trying to reverse back up. And now we can try to say, and I know I'm not supposed to be looking at this one, but for anybody who's a fan of AMP, it's an interesting spot. Now I could say it might be in the extension zone. If it's in the extension zone, we're basically bottomed out. You can bottom out at about 713 if it has to come farther down, but it looks like it could have started the uptrend. And now this is where it could start to catapult. This is where I think it gets extremely fun. But we have to see. All we have to do is get past the 200-day and the 30-minute, right around 743. And then we could have some little volatility here. But it's the morning. I say this every time at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time approximately, or 6 a.m. West Coast time. When the U.S. wakes up, generally we have a lot of volatility in the morning, lots of volatility, and it should be pretty interesting. And when you're looking for, some kind of movement, this is usually the time where it's the most volatile. Gold's up $25 this morning. Commodities are up a little bit in pre-market. First Majox is up 3.6% after being up 3.7% yesterday. A nice 7.3% move in the last 24 hours. Fortuna Silver Mine's up 2.14% in pre-market, but it was up 3.5% yesterday. Gold's up about $24, $25, almost to $2,800 now. And silver's back over 31. Very happy to see this. Very, very happy. Now, let's get into some modest reading, because we'll read over the majority of this. I just want to go to the money shot. Well, this one's an easy one to read. But Ripple co-founder sent over $100 million in XRP to exchanges in January. Chris Larsen, co-founder of Ripple, has moved more than $100 million worth of XRP in exchanges in January. Blockchain investigator Zach XBT flagged the transactions in a January 30th post on X. He reported that wallets linked to Larsen transferred over $109 million in XRP to Coinbase, Bitstamp, and Bybit this month. Notably, these transfers came as XRP price rose by around 50% this month to reach a 7-year high of more than $3. Meanwhile, Crypto Slate's analysis of Larsen's wallet shows that the first transaction occurred on January 6th, with 10 million XRP sent to Coinbase. A second transfer followed on January 16th, moving 20 million XRP to an unidentified address. Another 10 million XRP left his wallet on January 22nd. On January 29th, he executed 2 more transfers, each moving 5 million XRP to separate destinations of RPS 9K VPG and RHS KL JKNXI. In total, Larsen moved 50 million XRP in January, an amount currently valued at about 155 million based on XRP's market price at $3.10. Despite these transfers, Larsen's wallet still holds approximately 400 million XRP tokens, which at the current valuation would be worth $1.24 billion. So Chris Larsen dumped off $100 million worth 50 million XRP, approximately in totality. But like they're saying, I mean, that's 12% of his total supply. So, when you own that money, you're going to be selling it for one reason or another. So I don't know if you can read too much into it, but there's, something there. There's news for everything. And then, XRP lawsuit end today. SEC closed door meeting stirs Ripple case rumors. Now, I'd be surprised if it does end today, but I'd be very excited if it did. So, a closed-door meeting of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, on January 30th has sparked new speculation about the future of ongoing Ripple case. This marks the 5th such meeting of the year, and it has grabbed the attention of the XRP community, which is hopeful for potential developments regarding the lawsuit. There's been so many closed-door meetings, I wouldn't give my hopes up. But, speculation is key. The meeting scheduled in advance of disclosed via a Sunshine Act notice on the SEC's website will feature SEC citing Chair Mark Ueda and Commissioner Hester Pierce. Ueda's leadership in drawing particular attention as he is known for his critical stance on using enforcement actions to regulate cryptocurrency. The subject matter of the closed meeting will consist of the following topics: institutions and settlement of injunctive actions, institution and settlement of administrative proceedings, resolution of litigation claims, and other matters relating to examinations and enforcement proceedings. As he continues serving as interim chair, awaiting confirmation from the U.S. Senate for a permanent successor, many believe his leadership may favor clarity and fairness for the crypto industry. Ripple's potential breakthrough. Adding to the anticipation is the recent development that the SEC has reportedly removed all reference to Ripple litigation releases section in it. Now, that's all bullshit. Sorry. You can't get away with this kind of crappy article. All they did was moved it to a different section. We already debunked this story a few days ago. It's absolutely still on the website. It's just in a different section. So it is absolutely still on the website. Anybody pushing this false narrative knows the truth. They're just trying to stir up some fun and controversy. So, if you want the truth, just stay here and I'll tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. So, not going to continue talking about that part of it. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, recently spoke about the dangers of crypto maximalists, advocating for a more inclusive approach to the industry. Brad Garlinghouse, who owns various cryptocurrencies, including XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, expressed his belief that a collaborative attitude is essential for advancing in the crypto space. So please make sure to hit that like button. We'll divulge on this much more later as we get more information about what happened in the closed door meeting. We've seen this many times over. Nothing usually comes of it. That's just the standard operating procedure. So I don't want to put too much emphasis on it, but I definitely wanted to read the news and notes this morning. If you're looking to trade XRP, your favorite crypto, I suggest to do it, get it set up before you're ready to trade, just so that when the time comes, you can, in fact, make the trades for yourself. BITUNIX is my favorite because it's got the lowest spot leverage trading fees, lowest maker-taker fee, and it has XRP, XLM, and many, many others, Algo, IOTA, and so many others. And you can make an educated and informed decision when you make a trade. And yeah, I like it because it's a no KYC exchange as well. There's XDC, IOTA, VeChain, VELO, and so many more on HOTCOIN as well. Little higher maker-taker fee, but it still gives you a lot of opportunity, especially in leverage. It's a little bit higher than BITUNIX, but on spot, it's pretty much on par. I endorse Crypto.com for the Crypto Visa debit card. You go up to 25 grand. You can have that on the prepaid card. I encourage it. You get a bunch of rewards. Free crypto back in CRO when you use it. It's like when you use a credit card and get the 5% cash back. Except this is in CRO, and it's just a pretty cool thing. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo if you want to send a donation, but not required. Other than that, I really do appreciate everybody. I'm going to get my morning workout in from the house today. I'm actually excited because the other day, 3 days ago, I bought the Olympic bar for curling and such. And don't need a lot of weight, but it's definitely, this is what I like to do. It's about 35 to 45 pounds a bar. Put about 10 pounds on it, additional weight, and then you're curling 55, but you're doing it to maximum exhaustion. So I do it until, max completion. So, I don't know, I'm actually starting to see it in my clothes and stuff. Even when I do these lives that, you can see the muscle tone even when I'm not trying to. So that's pretty interesting. It's throwing me off a little bit. But I've been doing this for 3 years plus now. So definitely a lot of changes, definitely a lot of muscle build. Takes a long time because I don't take any kind of steroids or performance enhancing drugs or anything like that. It does take a long time. And then I don't like to see, my thing is I don't like to watch people that preach that kind of stuff either, because then you're looking at unrealistic expectations and then you're never satisfied with what you're doing. So I don't like a lot of the people that are on roids and the fact they don't admit it. But anyhow, I'm going to do my workout. I'm going to release this so everybody gets the information. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you appreciate my work, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join the just over 31,000 subscribers we hit this week now, which is amazing. It's amazing. We picked up 1,000 subscribers the first month of the year, and it's awesome. It's awesome. Share this on social media, and remember, have a blessed, stay humble, and show humility at all times. Even if you've made it rich in crypto, don't be so big-headed that you're not going to teach the next generation or the next person who's trying to understand what you already know. And don't be conceited. Don't forget to give thanks to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And stay humble. Stay with God's grace. And stay humility. And stay charitable. Charitable could simply mean doing exactly what I'm doing right now, giving you my time, not expecting anything in return, so that we can all have a future that's filled with much more brightness than darkness. So show the light, show the people the way, and stay away from the darkness.